Hello, my fellow misfits and outcasts. I think I will start with that one for our. I think this is probably like the third or fourth channel update. I'll have to check. But this is our channel update, and I would actually like to start with the way I introduced that one. If you'll notice, my channel description has changed, and I will read it to you in case you have not had a chance to actually look at it. Welcome to the channel that is built by misfits for misfits, by the outcast for we few outcasts. Don't feel quite right anywhere else, then you are in the right place because we don't belong anywhere. Come, sit, relax among friends. And there's a reason, because after all this time I am still a misfit, I am still an outcast. Through high school, even now, I don't fit in with popular crowds, the in crowd, the whatever. I'm usually the only person sitting at a table, or in with other people who don't fit anywhere else.
Me. I'm exactly like her, and I'm going through high school now.
So it's kind of an epidemic, really, and I'm pretty sure we're not the only ones. So if all of us misfits and outcasts unite, then we're technically a clique of our own. So
Yeah.
come on in and be a part of our clique, and we will be a part of yours. We will create our own clique.
Yes.
I keep hearing creaking in the other parts of the house. Anyway, we're going to ignore that ever happened. Anyway, because I've already warned them that we are recording. And my chair is still making noise. If you didn't watch the last video, my chair is making some obscene noises whenever I move. I need another chair. But that's not part of the update. Let's get to the update. Okay. So, we're going to go over our game list, which we've already been over in one of our videos, but since this is an actual update, we're going to go over it. We're doing Fallout 4 builds, and I'm still considering doing a survival mode play, but I haven't quite decided on that. It seems like there's a lot of people already doing it, and the most you're going to do is, well, hear me cuss.
A lot. And die a lot.
Yes, there would be a whole lot of loading screens, really. But anyway, the Skyrim Remastered, she's doing a lot of it. I'm doing very little of it, actually, because I've forgotten so much of it. I spent 15 minutes on my last stream trying to figure out a puzzle that was
Literally the
obscenely...
easiest thing in the world. I came in here and showed her what to do, and she's like, why did I not think?
For some reason, it didn't occur to me that this was one of the games that you could actually inspect the items in your inventory, and I don't know why it didn't occur to me. But anyway, I'll get back to that.
Fallout 4 for so long, you can't inspect the items on that one.
Okay, we got the Fallout 4, we got Skyrim Remastered, we've got Until Dawn, which is a pretty interesting and very unusual, scary game that I've been live streaming. So that one's kind of interesting. If you like hearing me cuss, and if you want to see a woman be scared as shit, that's the one for you. No Man's Sky, I've been doing some live streams of it. I am considering actually going to recordings instead of live streams because there are long periods in between where something is not going on whenever you're flying from one area to the other. So just let me know what you think. If you like the No Man's Sky game and you would rather see actual videos of it instead of a live stream, just let me know down in the comments. And of course we've got RimWorld. I still got like 2, maybe 3 more videos of just tips on how to do certain things. And then I want to actually do a game play of it all the way through to where they get shipped off or whatever. If we decide to walk all the way across the planet to try and get a ride or build our own ship, whichever way we decide to do it. And then I would actually like to try
nature.
Then I would like to try the modded versions of RimWorld because there's a few mods that out there that I wouldn't mind getting my hands on. Force of Nature is actually it's kind of a building thing, though you don't actually build things to your spec, but it's kind of like you learn as you level kind of builds. And I actually think it's kind of interesting because it's got a lot of different items in there, a lot of different characters. The building mode is quite different from, say, Fallout and RimWorld. So I'm actually enjoying it. It's kind of therapeutic. It's giving me something else to play on. And I think you should really check it out if you haven't already checked it out. It's on Steam. There are a couple of games, sadly, we are going to be taking out. The main one being The Last Guardian. As much as I enjoy the game, I can't get into it the way I would love to, because I never played Shadow of Colossus, which is where the game comes from. The idea from the game came from that. So I don't really have the background to be able to portray it. I can sit here and enjoy the game all day, but to be able to put forth the amount of excitement I have seen for that, I can't really do that. So I'm not going to waste your time or my time. As much as I enjoy the play, I am still going to play it, but I'm not going to put a video up on it. The Five Nights at Freddy we have taken off because, first off, it's not really the one that I wanted. I didn't want the little kid in the room one. So I'm thinking we might go to sister locations soon. And I took Morrowind off my computer because, well, I don't really have the room for it, and the 3 major mods that I want on there. Once I put them on there, the game crashed once I get to a certain point. And I don't really have the skills just yet, I'm working on it, just yet of figuring out exactly what it was that conflicted so that I could fix it. So I've got that on the back burner for a time when I've actually got a chance to actually research what I did wrong. And then up soon, of course, a new Resident Evil is coming up. I do have Resident Evil 1 and 2. It says Resident Evil and Resident Evil 0. But
you can see that without the glare.
I don't know if you can see without the glare. Anyway, it's the Resident Evil Original Collection, and it's supposed to be, yeah, the Origins Collection. It's supposed to be Resident Evil and Resident Evil 0, which I don't know why they call it Resident Evil 0. That was the second one. I'm not sure if it was time-wise it was supposed to happen earlier. I'm not sure exactly how that went because it's been so long since I played it. But also a couple of other ones. I am still waiting on Tigress to start her Minecraft series.
I can't remember. I have to go back through the comments and find the... I think it was Sushi Cat Gamer who said something about the mod thing. I need to go back and actually look at that because I've been so distracted by Skyrim and Fallout that I never got back around to Minecraft, so I'm trying.
Yeah, she did help me out a lot. I was not very well the last few days, which is why my videos have been coming up at weird times, and why there's been so many live streams, because I was laid in bed for like 2 days. So
more like laid on couch.
Well, laid on couch, and then laid in bed and laid on couch. So she's been filling in for me by doing some live streams. And then, let's see. Slime Rancher.
The
now,
really cutesy, you want to puke, it's so girly game that I want to play.
That would be the one, actually. Not really my kind of game. I might change it depending on what you actually do in the game, but from what I've seen now, that will not be me. But before we can do that, I have got to figure out how to change over Steam and all of my games over into my other hard drive because I am running out of room, which is the reason why some of these changes are happening, because I've got lots of room. I've got 1 more terabyte full of room.
Can't move
nothing in it. Because all of my Steam games have to stay with Steam. So, and I am very, very terrified that I will lose my Fallout game if I do that, and I am in the middle of a build series that I refuse to go back and finish another way. I want to be able to, at the end of the series, actually do a grouping of all the builds in a video, so I don't want to lose any of those. This is the only grouping of builds I have done where I haven't deleted any of them. They are all still in my computer. I don't want them to go anywhere, so I'm afraid of tinkering with the Steam issue until after I get those builds done. So it's kind of been...
Also, I have my first actual mega-sized build coming up.
Yeah, she's working on Abernathy Farm.
That build size is huge.
Very huge. And she's trying to fill it up. I promise you.
Not completely.
If you have not seen the video that we put out last night, which was Croot Manor, we did... in the outtakes, mention where the next build is going to be for the Caravan series. So rather than tell you here in the channel update, go back and watch the outtakes, because we were having a very immature moment, or 2, or 5.
We having a very big immature moment. It was just one very long, big one.
The camera's over here.
Yeah. It's
about this big. Anyway. Okay, so next. I have finally gotten permission from the group that's doing Cat Interstellar, which is a game that got me started on No Man's Sky, believe it or not. But Cat Interstellar is a very futuristic, very hard sci-fi game that was just adorable and simple. Now, I am very, very sure once it gets progressed, because it is a very, very early stage alpha. Yeah. I mean, they are still doing the voices for the characters. They're still figuring out where to put the placement of the feet. There's actually an update right now where it's just ridiculous. It was so funny about the feet. But anyway, I finally got permission to do a playthrough of that and show it on my YouTube channel, so that will be coming up. And there is one bad piece of information. I will not be going full-time YouTube for possibly another year. As said, my goal was 6 months, but due to some job issues, I don't see that happening for at least another year unless something just happens with the channel.
Unless the magic fairy comes and blesses our family.
I wonder if they would let us borrow those from, what was that cartoon? Fairy Godparents.
Fairly Odd Parents.
Yeah, Fairly Odd Parents. I need to borrow that fairy. Shake all the dust out of it.
There's actually 2. And then there's the baby.
The guy was funny. I can't remember.
Cosmo.
Cosmo, yes, yes, yes.
There's Cosmo, Wanda, and I can't remember the baby's name.
Okay, so we've only just
completely off there.
Yeah. Very, very off. Anyway, so that is more or less a channel update. I do have the update for the RimWorld series. I know I said I was going to be doing help me out.
Work tables.
The work tables. I wanted to be able to give everybody an idea what was on each one of the work tables, but I actually filmed that video 4 times, and every single time it was boring as fuck.
I even came in on it, and it still is awful.
It's a whole bunch of clicking on all of them to tell you what's in them. So I'm going to try and rethink of a way to do that one, because I couldn't even
She can't even.
I couldn't
She can odd, but she can't even.
Nope. Just, I'm always odd. That's just who I am. It's in my nature. Okay, so I'm going to figure out another way of doing that, even if I had to do like a regular starting on the playthrough, and then on the sidebar, put what's at each workbench for everybody to be able to read, and you can go back and look at it, because it really was boring going through and reading all that. But it is also good information to have, because when you start building, it's good to know what benches are going to be opened up, and therefore what you will and won't be able to make later on in the game. I think it's helpful, and therefore I think it would be a good idea to do it, just figuring out a way of doing it without putting everybody to sleep or wanting to shoot themselves in the face with a squirt gun.
Yeah, with a squirt gun.
The thirst zapper. Why is there a zap in the thirst zapper? I mean, is it just like a brand name for the thirst zapper? Or
I believe so.
Oh, and on the subject of the 48 Hours series, yet again, that was a series I was going to pick up because I was going to go live. I was going to go full-time in 6 months. That's the reason I was picking that series up. I'm not forestalling that series. I'm just saying it's going to take longer for me to develop that series. As in,
because we're going to have to write out storyline, dialogue, where we're going to be filming, who exactly is going to be in it, characters, all of that. We have to develop all of that, which is the reason we
and then actually writing the story for Wattpad, and then finding time between job and doing all of these other videos to be able to do that. Speaking of all of these other videos, I think this is right at a month.
A month?
Yeah.
Of us putting up videos every day.
Right. That was like the weakest bump. That'll work. That'll work. Okay. I have actually made one goal jump that I have been trying to do since I started out, and that is a video a day. Whether it be live stream, short video of us goofing off, or whatever it is, I wanted to do a video a day. And so far, I think we started 2 weeks before Christmas? Maybe a week before Christmas. But anyway, we're coming up on a month if it isn't already a month, so yay!
Yay!
A little bit of celebration. Our 1-year anniversary is coming up in April, so be around for that. We're going to try and plan something big and devious. I have no idea what it's going to be. I don't have any idea what it's going to be.
No, I mean, the stuff on it's going to be very big.
Oh, if you have any ideas, just let us know down in the comments and we'll see what we can do. But anyway, that is it for our long-ass update. And,
us goofing off.
Us goofing off, mostly, yes.
With me and the awesome hat.
Really? You have a wonderful day, a wonderful evening, and a wonderful 5 o'clock somewhere. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Nope.
Simba.
That's across the forehead.
I can do that.
No. That's helping. chair.
You keep us from starting the video.
You said it 3. I had 10 seconds to do.